video on this Sunday morning. So what am I talking about today? Well, I'm actually going to do another two-part video because I've had a fairly major performance upgrade done. When I first got the car a couple of years ago, within 2 months I started hankering for some performance upgrades, and after doing a little bit of research it became apparent that Komotec were one of the most respected upgrade companies for performance upgrades on the EX460 platform, and so I ended up going to Hangar 111 and I had the EX430 upgrade done, the 430. Now I have two videos on that, and I'm going to follow a similar format with this. That upgrade has been faultless for the 2 years that it's been installed. It doesn't seem possible, to be honest, that it's been 2 years. And I've been really happy with it. So this year I've had upgrade-itis again, and I was thinking about what direction I wanted to head in, and for a while I was fairly convinced that I wanted to go all the way up to the new EX490, the 490 upgrade, which consists of a completely new supercharger, which is basically the supercharger from the 400 series cars. But because it's easier for Komotec to manipulate the slightly older generation ECU that you get in the 3 series cars, they're able to squeeze quite a bit more power out of it, in conjunction with some other benefits that they add in the form of a charge cooling radiator. Well, I hummed and I hard and I hummed and I hard, and it was going to be at least 10 grand to do that. And so I eventually decided to go for 460, the 460. I had previously had the upgrade to the 430 done at Hangar 111, but I had heard lots of good things about Seriously Lotus in Yorkshire, and they had recently taken on a dealership for Komotec. So I decided to give them a go. In conjunction with the 460 upgrade, I also decided to go for a larger fuel tank. The 38 litre stock fuel tank had been a bit of a pain, especially on road trips in the middle of the mountains, when you're hunting for RON 99 petrol, and you've got a maximum range really with that tank of about 200 miles. So I decided to go for the 54 litre tank. I know a lot of people go for the 60. I decided that the 54 would be plenty enough. And on top of that, in line with traditional Lotus thinking, is the lightest of the fuel tanks. So I took the car over to Dave and he lent me a courtesy car, and I got the car back about 3 days ago. So I'm in quite a unique position. I know there are one or two other people that have done it, moved from 430 to 460. I think I'm one of the first people that's done a direct comparison. So you'll be thinking, as I thought, on paper, 30 horsepower, 30 newton meters of torque, 5 grand, what are you on about? But the performance gain you get compared to what you read on paper is just completely in a different league. The charge cooling makes so much difference. The car becomes a hyper aggressive monster. Don't get me wrong, the upgrade from stock to 430 is impressive, but this is almost as good again, if not as good again. The car just delivers additional torque through the entire rev range, and it's just on that edge where it feels a little bit out of control and a little bit like you've got too much on tap, which is the way I like the car to perform. I like it to feel like there's a little bit much there, a little bit too much there for you to use, and that it's a little bit dangerous and sometimes a little bit out of control. That's what I like, and that's what this delivers. It adds another layer of complete enjoyment to this car, which is already a highly addictive car to drive. So I'll be doing another video shortly about the components that get installed, but I'll just run over quickly what you get. So on top of the manifolds and the intake system and the sports cap that you get with the EX430, you now also get a front mounted Pro alloy radiator which fits in your main central intake. It comes in silver, but I asked Dave to paint it black just so that it's not particularly visible. In addition to that, you get the charge cooler. Now the charge cooler is a really nice thing, made out of black billet aluminium, and it sits below your standard supercharger, along with some custom CNC fuel rails. Sorry, just negotiating this corner. And obviously you get all the necessary pipe work to connect the two. The car does have a slightly different character to it. Like I said, it is more aggressive and kicks the back end out much more easily than it did before. And it is a substantial upgrade on the 430. It is just brutal. So the next question is would I ever consider 490? Possibly. Funds depending. We'll see. But for now, I can wholeheartedly recommend the 460 upgrade. It makes a substantial difference over 430. If you were moving from a stock car to 460, you'll just be completely blown away. So I am a happy guy. And I'll catch you shortly for a description of the components and a look round the engine bay. I'll see you soon, guys.